Hey guys, Churchy here. So one of the guys over at Juvty Worlds sent me a Steam key for their game Wild Terra 2, and I decided I'd give it a go. Wild Terra 2 is a medieval sandbox MMORPG. I've seen people comparing it to Ultima Online, or saying that it feels like Ultima mixed with Runescape and Diablo. In this video, I just wanted to share some of my thoughts and experiences with the game. I sunk about 3.5 hours into Wild Terra 2. I never made it off the tutorial island. The tutorial seemed ridiculously long, but I liked the environment and weather systems, and I enjoyed some of the core concepts like survival, building, and combat. The problem was that those core concepts and many other parts of the game felt unintuitive, clunky, or lacking. It was enjoyable unlocking a few actives and passives as I leveled up the different weapon and gathering skills, but overall combat was extremely simplistic and felt like a gear or numbers check rather than a skillful encounter. The very small radius you can fight some enemies in before they run away and regenerate all of their health was frustrating and limited strategy. It reinforced the gear check feeling and hampered the use of a bow. I like survival elements in games, but I barely noticed the survival aspect of Wild Terra 2. There was only one time in my 3 hours with the game when I had an exhaustion debuff pop up, and all I needed to do was eat some food. There seemed to be a bunch of different food type meters that help maintain your stamina maybe, but that was about it as far as survival, at least from what I played. The crafting and building seems to be the focus of Wild Terra 2. There are heaps of recipes, and I can imagine that once you've leveled your skills and gathered a bunch of materials, you can have a lot of fun with these systems. I occasionally found it a bit difficult to find where a certain recipe was located in the menus, but could usually find it after a bit of guesswork. I'll also note here that I played on the Australian server, and during my time playing I didn't see a single message in the global chat, and I also never saw another player. I'm not sure whether this is because I was on the tutorial island or because there was no one else playing. What ultimately made me bounce off this game so quickly was the realization that every aspect of the game felt designed to be incredibly grindy, and as I experienced more of the game and more of the systems within, the grind just seemed to worsen. I started to calculate just how long it would take me to process simple materials to then craft basic gear like a set of fur armor, and I also started to experience how annoying the failure chance on crafting and gathering can be. I can see that these issues would be lessened if I wasn't playing solo and if my skills were at a higher level, and I also realized that materials continued to process while I was offline, but as a new player it all started to feel pretty ridiculous, and I could tell it was only going to get worse the more I played. After one more failed craft, I made the decision to stop playing. After I stopped playing, I did a bit of research and I started to see some rumours of some pretty shady real money trades being ignored by the devs, and some instances of the players reporting these issues being banned from the developer Discord and other places. I also saw many players annoyed about some pay-to-win aspects present in the game. A large focus of this game seems to be the PvP. I never got far enough to experience it, but many players have been voicing their concerns online about an item present in one of the supporter packs you can buy on the Wild Terra 2 website. The $130 Prosperous Merchant Pack features an item called the Secret Merchant Bag. The description reads that it is impossible to lose the items stored in it. Losing items on death during PvP appears to be a core part of the game, but this pack allows players to no longer worry about losing their items. I don't think a player should ever be silenced or banned for voicing their concerns, so those rumours greatly concern me. I also believe that pay-to-win ruins PvP experiences, and that items like the Secret Merchant Bag should not be present in the game. With that aside, to conclude, I would say that Wild Terra 2 has the basic foundation of mechanics and systems for a grind-focused experience that players of games like Ultima or RuneScape may enjoy, but it also lacks depth in a lot of areas, and there was nothing for me to latch onto, nothing that made me want to continue playing past the tutorial island. Overall, the game was just a bit too grindy for me. That's it for this video. Thanks to the legends supporting me on Patreon, and thank you for watching. Have a good day or night, whichever it may be, and I'll see you in the next video.